Today's video is on the new or newish Roblox text chat service. So we have a semi-new text chat service. The old one still works, but I thought it'd be cool to do this. I was going to do something where if you type into the chat, zombies would chase you or monsters would chase you. But I thought, let's make it a little more basic and go over the chat service itself. So I made it simpler, and we have a death word of the day or death word of the moment, right? So the death word is scam. If you say scam, this is a scam, you are going to pay. Boom, we got blown up, right? This is a scam. We get a system message right here, and then we're going to be capturing events based on where you want to catch the text and how you want to change it. Because here you notice I changed the font, I changed the color. Here I scanned for the word of the day. We have a new word down here, right? We got it randomized. I only have like 4 words. Oh, a new word is brah, right? So we can do brah. Boom. And now it's bye. If you type something else like this is cool, you're fine, right? You got to say the death word. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll start blowing people up based on what they type. That's pretty fun. I have a fresh base plate right here. This is a new game. I just created it. And I want to point out in the Explorer, if you go down to the bottom, you'll see this text chat service. If you want to use the legacy system, or you have an old game that you're modifying, you will see down here in the properties, when you click on text chat service, there is a chat version. We have 2 versions. We have legacy chat service and then the text chat service. That's the new one. This will open by default. So if you do old stuff and it's not working, then go ahead and switch it if you don't feel like learning the new system. Today is about the new system though. For more documentation on this system, I will put the link in the description to the inexperienced text chat system, and you could go ahead and read up on it. It's extensive, and the documentation, in my opinion, is not great. It took me a long time to figure this out, and it shouldn't have. So I'm going to use this text chat flowchart during the video so that we can follow a text message, like somebody enters something in, the send async happens on a text channel. We are going to take a look at the message, and if it's a command, which that's cool, you could do like a /death and kill people. Then it comes down here, you can capture that, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to do a regular message, and then we're going to go to the sending message, display message, that sort of thing. It also gets split off, goes down to the server side so that other people can see the message, right? So we'll go through some of these methods and some of these events that we can capture. That's what I should say, the events that we can capture. All right, let's go ahead and get back to our Roblox. Where is our Roblox? There it is. And start working on our chat. The first event I want to take a look at is the sending message event in the text chat service. So if we look at our flowchart real quick, someone types something in, it gets sent. Is it a command? We're not going to do the command right now. No, sending message. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go back over to our game. The sending message event is a client event. So we need to go down to starter player, open that up, starter player scripts, hit the plus, add a local script. Let's give it a name that makes sense. Maybe chatloc. How's that? As long as it makes sense. All right, get rid of that print statement. And we'll do a local TCS for a text chat service, game get service, and text, there it is, chat service. All right, now let's go down a little bit. We'll get the text chat service, and we're going to capture the sending message event. We'll connect that to a function. Notice right here, text chat message is an object. It's got fields. We're going to go into that a little bit. Let's open and close curly bracket, and then we need a variable for our text chat message, txt chat msg, and let's just print it out. Let's do print, and let's say sending message, colon, and then let's print our message, right? So we'll do txt chat message, and then text. That's one of the fields. There we go. You get a lot of information from this. Let's do our play and try it out. There we go, and now we're in the game. So I can type something. Ooh, let's get our view output. View output. There's the output. Let's type something. Let's say, this is not a scam. And we got our message, right? There it is. Cool. Let's build on that. Let's turn our game off. We'll go back to our chat load. We can go ahead and close this. And based on this, let's go ahead and send something to the server. I know that there are TextChatService stuff that is server side, but I want to do my explosion and my text analysis outside of the service. I am going to go to replicated storage, hit the plus, add a remote event, and I'm going to call this chat RE. All right, we'll go over here. We'll get a variable for that. We need to get replicated storage first. Remember, I put it in replicated storage. The remote event is the gateway between the client and the server. So replicated storage is a good place for that. We're going to need a game get service, replicated storage. Then we can get our chat RE from replicated storage. Wait for child. There it is, chat RE. And we can just go ahead and fire something off down here. Since we're here, let's go ahead and send that event over to the server for our word processing. So we have our chat RE colon, we'll do a fire server. There it is. And we're going to send our information. What do we call that? TextChatMessage dot text. So if you're wondering what else is in here, I'll put the link in the description to TextChatMessage, and you can see there's a bunch of fields, right? You got IDs, metadata, so you can store other stuff in there. Your prefix, you can read about these. TextChat channel, we'll do a little bit with this. We'll do a little bit with the text source, but you got a lot of stuff in here. And unfortunately, they don't give you any examples. All right, but that's all right. We're gonna do that. Another thing I want to take a look at, let's go back to our diagram, right, is when things come back from process message, we could get on incoming message. We can get it from the text chat service or the text channel. We're using that one. We'll do that. Let's go back to our game. Come down here a little bit. And we'll do the TCS for the text chat service. And then we're going to have this on incoming message. So this is called, right, when the text chat service is receiving an incoming message. Perfect. But we can't connect it the same as the events. We need to define a callback. So we're going to say function. Notice I have an equal sign function. We're defining a callback. It's a lot like not a remote event, but a remote function. If you've done those, I usually don't do those. I stay away from callbacks if I can. So we're going to get a message. I'll just call it MSG, and it's also going to be a text chat message. Come down here. We can intercept the properties of the message. So I'm going to make a new properties. We'll do an instance.new, and then we got our text chat properties right down there. I'm not going to give it a parent. We'll say if MSG text source. All right, let's take a look at the text source. If we have a source, then let's get the player from the source. That's pretty cool. We're starting to get some information from our message. So we'll get our, oh, I already did the source. Let's get our player, right? Player. Game. I'll be lazy. I'll just do the game players. Colon. Get player from user ID. Oh, it doesn't show up. Get player from character. It always likes that. We want user ID. Get player by user ID. Oh, bummer. By user ID. Sweet. All right. So the message has that. MSG.TextSource.user ID. That's pretty cool. Here, let's put this on another line so you guys can see it. You can keep it all on one line. I'm just doing that for the video. All right, so we got our player. Let's print the name out of the player in the output window so we know that we got it. We'll say message from on incoming message. I'll do it just like that. On incoming message. We'll just do a player.name. How about that? Yeah, that'll work. And then with these properties, we can change stuff, right? We could change the text, we could change the color, and it's not easy. We have something, we are using the rich text stuff for Roblox. Let's take a look at that real quick. I'll bring up my web browser. Here it is. I'll put this link in the description. This is the rich text markup for Roblox, and it's very HTML-like, right? So if you know HTML, it's going to be easy. Let's grab something like this to change color. Should we do that? Copy that, and then we'll shrink this down. Let's go over here. How about properties dot text equals, I'll do a paste, and we don't want to just say orange, right? We got to do some other stuff. Now, this is a single quote, right? That's a single quote. I don't want to use a single quote. I'm going to do a back tick, right? One of these ticks. It's right below my escape key, right beside the 1, right? And what that allows me to do is put things in here, right? Like much like if you do Angular programming, right? We'll do another tick right there. Get rid of that second one that it accidentally put in there. Now, what that allows me to do is do an open and close curly bracket, and I can put my variable in here. So I could say message.text. Right? That's going to change the text property. It's going to make it orange. I think that's what it said in the documentation, orange. And we'll come down here. We shall return properties. All right, let's try this out. All right, my game's starting up. I'm going to go to view output, check for errors. Now that markup language is it's really a pain to try and get it right. You'll make a lot of mistakes on that. Let's just say test. Boom, test. And we see our on incoming message fired here. This is orange. This is orange. So we changed our text properties. Let's go ahead and turn this off. And now we'll get rid of this window. We'll go back to our chat log, the local script, under our starter player scripts right there. I am going to comment this out, right? I don't want everything to be orange. That way it'll just be white. I just wanted to show you how to do it. You may want to change colors, and that's not really easy, right? That whole rich text. What is it? What do we call it? Rich text markup. Sweet. I'm not really a aesthetics guy. I'm more of a programming guy, so I don't mess around with that too much. But sometimes, even in my job, I run into that. All right, now let's go to our server stuff, right? We have our chat RE Fire server. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to copy these 2 lines of code. Copy. I'm going to go to my server script service, hit the plus, add a regular script. I'm going to capture that event, and I'm going to call this, how about chat manager? Chat manager. We could do other chat stuff in here. Not going to do a lot of server-side chat though. Boom. Let's add a variable for our death word of the day. Right, so we'll have death word. And we'll call that like scam. Whoops. Scam. And then we'll make a death word list. Death word list. Open and close curly brackets. We'll have our scam in there. We'll have brah. Gotta have that. Ooh, you should have like, hey, because everybody's gonna say that. And I don't know, give it something else. Maybe like corn dog. Corn dog. Now I made these lowercase. That way when you capture the text from when they type, you can do a 2 lowercase. Now we don't have to worry about a capital letter not getting caught. All right, so let's do a local rand for our random number generator for the word of the day. When someone says it, the system message is going to tell everybody, so we got to change it up. So we'll say new, and we have our replicated storage. We have our chat RE. Oh, we're going to need a sound. We'll get that later. Let's do a chat RE right here. And then on server event, let's connect that to a function. We're going to get the player because it's coming from the client. And then we're going to get the message, right? And then let's do a print. Say something like, this was triggered. And then maybe we could put the player and the name just for troubleshooting, player and name. You don't have to do that if you think you're not going to make any mistakes. Let's get a variable to see if there is a match for our word in the string. So we're going to use the string dot match. We're going to send in the message, and then we're going to look for the match. See, it tells you right here, the pattern that you're going to match on will be death word. You should make this to lower for your production game. You could look up the to lower for the strings. It's not that hard. Let's do our character from the player. Let's do player.character. Right? Oh, and I didn't do well, we'll just check. Make sure the character's there. If character's there and match. It's a Boolean. It's going to be true or false. Well, it's not actually Boolean, right? If you go here, it will return the match, but we're treating it as a Boolean. So if there's a string in here, then we found the string. If it's nil, we did not find the string. Just to be more precise. I don't want to give bad information. Let's do a local, find a humanoid root part, because we got to put an explosion in them, right, wherever we set it. Now this is where I was going to have the zombies find them. I was going to fire off a bindable event so that my Pathfinder, so that my move it could trigger the Pathfinder to find the person. So if you're doing that, you can add that if you kind of get what's going on here. Let's do a humanoid root part right here. Humanoid root part. Make sure you spell that right. Humanoid. Yeah. And then if you have a sound, you can play that there. Let's get a position. Yeah, we need the position for the explosion. Otherwise, it's going to go off in the middle of the world. So we'll get the humanoid root part position. And then you could use this for the sound too. Well, I would put the sound right on the humanoid root part so you get roll off. That would be the best way to do that. Let's do a local exp. I think we'll do a sound. Right, what's an explosion without a sound? We'll do an instance new for the explosion. There we go. And then we'll just parent that to the workplace. Or you could parent it to, well, whatever you want. Right, as long as it's in the workplace, the explosion will go off. Let's do a position. I sometimes don't like to put the explosion on the humanoid root part because the character is blowing up. So I want to make sure to get the full effect of the explosion. You can do that. You can actually put it on the humanoid root part, but I'd rather just put it right where the humanoid root part is. And we'll just get the position. And then, oh, let's change our death word, right? So we have our death word, but someone used it, so now people know what it is. Let's get the new death word from the death word list. Open and close square bracket. We'll do a rand, and then next integer between 1 and the number of items in the death word list. That'll give us the new death word. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and try that out. Hit the play. There we go. We're in game. And we hard-coded the first selection to scam. And then we do random after that. Boom. Nice. We got it. You can look down in the output window, make sure that you don't have any errors. Oh, we should have put what the new one is. We don't know what the new one is. Could be scam. Nope. Could be corn dog. Nope, that's all right. We'll do a printout so we can do testing better. Let's turn this off. Let's go ahead and close this window right here. We'll go back to our chat manager, the server script, chat manager. We want to send something back to our client so that we can do a system message now with the word of the day. Let's do the remote event above where we change the word so we get the one that the person just said. I'll do my chat RE right here, and then we'll do fire all clients, and then just send over the message. We'll say system message, death word was word was space string concatenator and then whatever the death word was. And then we change it right below. I can put this on another line, make it a little easier for you to see. All right, let's go back to our chat loc. That's where we're going to catch these events coming over to all the clients. All right, if you lost that, remember that's under starter player scripts, chat loc. We have to capture the event coming over from the server. That's easy enough, right? We'll do our chat re dot on client event, connect that to a function. We are going to get a message, but we're only going to get a string, right? You could put string there. You could just put message, right? So this is how you do the type checking. If you want to do the type checking, string, but we should be good. All right. And what? Oh, we got to make our system message. How do we do that? We need our game text, the text chat service. Well, we have one, TCS, and then we'll do a dot text channels, right? And then another dot. If you look down here, there are two channels that appear when you start playing the game. You can't see them now, but you could check it out. We'll check it out when we go to try it out. But we're going to use the RBX general, right? Or the general channel. And you can make your own channels too. Oh, and then do a colon, and then we're going to do display chat message. Display system message. System message. And what is our system message? MSG. Let's try it out. We'll hit the play. And let's go to view output. Make sure we don't have any errors. There we go. We try a regular word. Dog. Nothing. Let's try scam. Oh, look at that. Scam. And we got a system message. Let's go ahead and decorate this a little bit. Let's turn off our game. And we'll close this output window. We'll go over to our chat loc, which is under, I should be selecting these so that you guys could see it. And let's go ahead and do a little bit of decoration right here. Let's go to our handy dandy website on our rich text. Right, let's copy that again. Let's copy this again so we get started. Copy. We go over here. Here what we're going to do is have our message. And we're going to do some string formatting. I'll do it a little different. Do string dot format. Open and close parenthesis. Right, and we'll do a control V inside the parentheses. We need this to be in a string. There we go. I'll do a double quote and a double quote, right? We used those ticks before. I'll get rid of that extra one. And we want to change, how about we change this? Now, the string format has something much like what you use in C and C++. You have this %s, and whatever you put right here is going to go into the %s. I know we still have some errors because we have to change, say, the color. Let's use single quotes because we're using double quotes on the outside. Let's make the color green, right? So we'll just go ahead and, what's green? So that's 00 FF00, right? And if you don't know if that's green or not, if you're not convinced, we'll go up to the base plate and then hit this medium stone gray on the spawn location. Let's click that. And now let's take a look at this color, right? Oh, look at that, HTML. We have a $, 00FF00. Now you could use lowercase f's or uppercase f's. That's a good way to do it, right? If you don't really know how to do that. I'm going to turn this color back. I'm going to go Control Z. Whoops, that changed that back. Control Z here. I'm going to click this. I'll just hit a gray, right? It's not the same. It's possible, but you get the idea. Let's put some more things in here, though. We don't want to just change the color. Let's change. Roblox isn't very good at showing you this. We could change the size. Font face, how about that? How do you put more than one thing in that? Let's just copy this. We'll do face, my chroma, right? We'll copy that. Let's go back over. Let's stick that right after font. Control V. We got to get rid of those double quotes because we're using them on the outside of our string. That looks pretty good, right? That'll change the font to my chroma. Let's make it like a thicker text. Can we do that? Sure can. We've got lots of stuff we can change. How about font weight? Let's do this. Heavy. Font weight, heavy. Control C. We'll go back to our game. And let's stick it right here, right after the font. Control V. Put a space in there. Remember, single quotes. There we go. That's pretty cool. I don't want to break up that string. We could do this, though, so that you could see it. Yeah, it's still cut off a little bit. Let's try it out. Let's see what we got. Let's hit play. We're in our game and scam. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's still orange. Oh, I think I hit a control. Did I hit a control Z there? Let's change it to green. Oh, I did. I hit the control Z and I never fixed it. Let's do for the color 00FF. There we go. That'll make it green. That'll make it lime green. Play it again. And we'll do scam. Oh, look at that. System message, death word was scam. Pretty good. All right, I'll see you in the next video.